Hello everyone. Thank you for your time. It's that time again. I present you my new video on my little Canon FD series, the one with the videos about motorized film transport and about important accessories for your Canon FD camera. In this video, I introduce you to a unique lens, the Canon FDn 4.0 35-70mm autofocus. It is the only lens that gave all analog Canon A, D and F series cameras the autofocus for SLR cameras, which was still very rare in its time. If you want to learn more about analog, digital and hybrid photography, visit my homepage apertureonepointfour.com. Also check out my other videos, and visit me on Instagram at apertureone.4. Feel free to give me a like, and subscribe to the channel if you like this video. Thanks for that. Interesting data about all Canon cameras and lenses can be found in the Canon Camera Museum. Your search engine will direct you there. The mechanical quality of the lens is excellent. The materials used look like the ones Canon used for its white telephoto lenses back in the day. However, because of the autofocus function, it is a bit of a chunk with its weight of over 600 grams. Optically, it is based on the 1979 Canon FDn 4.0 35-70mm, which is much smaller and lighter, but was known and loved for its very good optical quality. Of course, you can also use the lens on your digital mirrorless cameras. All you need is a corresponding adapter. I myself have used it on my Sony A7III and on my Canon EOS R. Since the autofocus module is in the lens, you can use all the functions of the FDn 4.0 35-70mm autofocus, just like on your Canon A, T or F model. The lens offers a filter thread of 52mm, but a special lens cap is needed, because the tube protrudes too far into the mount. The lens cap has a slightly larger diameter and is simply slipped over. For the autofocus to work, the lens requires two 1.5-volt AA batteries. The autofocus range is 1 meter to infinity. However, the range from 0.5 meter to 1 meter is also available when focusing manually. Once you have connected the lens to your camera, selected your subject, composed the image, set the aperture and shutter speed, then press the large black button on the left side of the lens to focus. It is very easy and intuitive to reach. Focusing takes place exactly in the center of your focusing screen, where your focusing aid is also located, for example the split image indicator or the microprism ring, pretty much exactly in the center of the viewfinder view. The lens can also focus with a full matte screen. It does not even need a camera for this, since the autofocus module and the drive for distance setting are located in the lens itself. An acoustic signal informs you that the focusing is complete. The acoustic signal can be turned off on the lens itself if desired. The autofocus does not offer a tracking function, so it is almost exclusively suitable for static, non-moving subjects. And of course, the speed and to some extent the accuracy cannot be compared with today's autofocus systems, or an autofocus of an analog Canon EOS 620 or 600. But, did you expect this? The focal length, in the range of 35 to 70 millimeters, is easily selected on this sliding knob, with a very well balanced resistance and adjustment length. Likewise, the lens offers the possibility to check the state of charge of the batteries. Every time I manually adjust the distance on this lens, I think to myself, how long can the focus motor take this? Well, the lens has been in service for over 30 years. But still, I prefer to use the autofocus, especially since manual focusing is quite sluggish. But now we come to the lens optical quality. I'll show you original and unprocessed RAW files here in Adobe Lightroom. The lens offers good sharpness in the center of the frame at 35mm, and open aperture 4. The edges are soft. There is also a high level of vignetting, which only becomes almost unnoticeable at f8. The sharpness performance can be significantly improved by stopping down to 5.6, better still 8. Especially the peripheral areas benefit from an aperture closed by 2 stops. In the close-up range, a clearly pincushion-shaped distortion is also visible. This behavior, however, improves significantly at greater shooting distances. Even with a focal length of 50mm, the vignetting is very pronounced at f4, and decreases significantly, with further stopping down to f8. The sharpness performance of the lens also clearly benefits from stopping down to f5.6, better f8. At 70mm, the same performance is seen as before. When stopped down, the sharpness performance is very good in the near and far range, only the image corners never reach a crisp sharpness. Further stopping down to f11 or smaller should be avoided if possible, at all focal lengths, due to decreasing sharpness. Overall, considering the age of the lens, the optical performance is good. And an eye-catcher this Canon FD lens is in any case. There are also no special features to report when it comes to the bokeh. The lens offers an averagely solid performance. Finally, I would like to show you some edited pictures. Of course, this way the image quality can be raised a bit. Take a look at the pictures and decide for yourself whether the optical quality is sufficient for you. In any case, the lens is fun, especially on analog Canon FD cameras. Thanks again for your interest. Until the next video.
Thank you.